As crews continue to clean up the scene of the Key Bridge collapse in Baltimore, the ripple in the waters of the Patapsco River could make their way to Kentucky in the form of supply chain issues.
So there will be some people who are impacted significantly.
Carol Chavez is the Associate Director for the Supply Chain Management Program at UK. As the #1 port for receiving imported automobiles on the East Coast remains blocked to large ships by the bridge's debris, Chavez says those living in Lexington could see impacts on some purchases while ships try to reroute to different ports.
So it's not just the amount of time it takes for those ships to move and reroute to different ports, but they're also going to have to get slotted into those. So there's only a certain amount of spaces in a port for those ships to go, and they've already been booked.
We contacted several car dealerships around Lexington, and none mentioned any significant impacts so far. One dealership shared a statement from Mercedes-Benz that says, "We reviewed and successfully adapted our supply chain routes. Our cars and commercial vans can be distributed on time for our U.S. customers in April." And the impact could stretch far beyond the automobile industry. According to the American Farm Bureau, in 2023, 25% of all U.S. imported raw beet and cane sugar came through the Port of Baltimore. The port has also imported more farm machinery than automobiles since 2022.
One of the major things that come through there is farm equipment, those large pieces of equipment. However, in the farming industry, in the agro industry, it's not like they go down and do an impulse buy of those pieces of equipment. Those are things that are planned well in advance.
While the bridge collapse will likely cause some issues, Chavez says overall the long-term impacts will remain mostly negligible.
The impacts from the collapse of the Key Bridge, while spectacular visually, are going to be fairly minor when it comes to supply chain.
Maryland's governor says the effort is on track to return the port to normal access by the end of May. I'm Edward Smith for Wildcat News.